Would you let an expert build a railway for your country, or would you rather pick any of your inexperienced and naive allies? If you are smart enough, then you will chase an expert. And that's exactly what Germany did. In this decade, China has become so good at everything that the West finds China a threat merely because they can get too dependent on it. But considering the fact of how good China is at making railways, Germany decided to let China make a railway for them. It's a matter of a $90,000 million project, and only an expert can make it. So, China is the only one that comes to mind when considering the best infrastructure in the world. Hello, everyone. Glad to have you back to another exciting episode of our channel. Innovation Diary brings you China's innovation stories and projects in different parts of the world. If you are new to the channel and enjoy learning about fast-paced modernity, especially China's development, you will find our videos intriguing. In this video, we will discuss what made Germany pick China to make the $90,000 million railway. We will also find out why Germany did not decide to let Japan make the railway, knowing how close allies they are. Let's get started. Germany started making railway lines back in the time when China was still fighting poverty. Germany was one of the very few countries to introduce high speed before 1970. The railways of Germany were among the most advanced in the world. In 1964, Germany launched its first high-speed rail and showed up as a country with the most reliable railway network. Germany was progressing more and more every day in making trains. It had become Germany's pride to build trains and railways. They completed most of their railway network before many other countries hadn't even started it. But that's where the story takes a twist. Germany completed its railways at a time when the maximum speed that a train could achieve was mostly 160 to 220 kilometers. It was the pride of Germans 20 years back, but now it has become its disappointment. 70% of the trains cannot reach more than 220 kilometers per hour. While the entire world is working on bullet trains, Germans are still stuck in the old, slow trains. So, as a result, in this era, its railway network failed. Most of the time, the trains are delayed, and nothing can go smoothly with this. Germany's trains are known for being delayed all the time. People living in Germany are suffering from this issue. Germany started to lack in making trains, and now it has reached a point where it needs another country to help them make a railway. So, Germany has got a reputation for being worse in railways and had to fix it by putting a "made by an expert" label on it. As most of its railway network is already made, Germany needs someone capable of replacing and fixing the old networks. So, now Germany has to look for a country that can help it make railways, but who can it be? Germany was ready to invest $90,000 million, but all it needed was a professional. After much consideration, Germany found two good candidates for making railways. First, Japan, and second, China. But it decided to choose China, even though Japan is its close ally. To understand why Germany chose China, let's understand why Japan did not look like a good fit to Germany. Japan was the first country that introduced high-speed railways to the world. It has been known for making the world's best railway for a very long time. It has also done many projects with multiple countries. But recently, it did a project with India. India wanted to make a railway in their country, and out of China, France, and Japan, India chose Japan. Why, you may ask? Well, Japan proposed the best deal. It said they would complete the project soon and be very cheap considering other countries' offers. India agreed. The project was thought to end in 2023, but with the speed at which Japan is making the railway, it is nowhere near completion before 2028. On top of that, Japan also said they would require more investment. This simply portrayed an image that Japan is unreliable in making the best railways in the world. It did nothing better than other countries, as it promised to do. So, keeping this in mind, it is hard for Germany to let Japan make the railway. Giving a huge investment to Japan's hand and waiting for years is the last thing Germany wants. The only suitable option left for Germany was China. But it is obvious that if Germany picks China, the West might not really love this idea. West believes that recently, they are getting dependent on China way too much. They don't want China to become the only helper, but it looks like China is the only hope in this scenario. Germany might face pressure to let China make their railway, but it can't afford to compromise on the infrastructure now. Its first priority is, no doubt, its locals. So, it had to choose China. Before we continue further, tell us, are you loving the video? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Let's continue now. Now, if you keep the politics apart, you will see China is a good fit. With its Belt and Road Initiative, China has become incredibly good at making railways. It has done multiple projects throughout the world. It won't be wrong to say that China is the best at making railways so far. Even the West accepts it, and that's why they don't want Germany to pick China. Almost all countries pick China to make railways, not Japan or any other country. Recently, Turkey also chose China instead of Japan to make a railway. Even the UK has chosen China in the past to make a railway for them. China has the world's largest railway network. It is one of the few countries where bullet trains are working. Even magnetic levitation trains are running in China. China has spent a huge amount of money on making railways all across the world. You can guess how good China is at making railways after you visit the country. The locals do not consider traveling on planes or their personal vehicles, they prefer their trains. It is fast, cheap and reliable. China has built the 90 most important bridges in the world. China is inarguably the best at it. So, Germany had to pick China to hand over this massive project. Germany could not take a risk and give this project to Japan even if the Western world would force them. The reason is that Germany is already known for not having good railways. Now, if it let Japan make the railway, this, instead of benefiting Germany, would put Germany at a loss. And they don't want that to happen. They want the world to know that the country with the best infrastructure in the world is making its railway. And it was no one else than China. Not only will they end the project soon, but they will also cost less money as compared to any other country. It's because China's labor cost is a lot less and also efficient at the same time. Not only this, but the railway will also be the best in the world. Do you think Germany choosing China indicates that the West believes China is the best at making railways? The number of countries that have chosen China over Japan shows China is going to be the one making the whole world's railway. It has definitely overtaken the railway worldwide. The US is not even in this competition right now. Do you think it will try to improve its infrastructure? Is it even possible for any country to make better railways than China? Comment right below in the comment section, is it a good idea to pick China, knowing how good China is at making railways? Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to get exclusive videos about how phenomenally China is developing. Until the next video, stay tuned.